Yo, what's good, y'all? You already know who it is, the one and only Splashy Da God. 100G's Cats Gang 357 PFG. You already know that's what we repping, man. Shout out to Brian Sandell for interviewing me this morning. And, I mean, I'm about to let y'all see what that was like. So, let's get it.
I'll tell a lot of listeners, how did you get to this point in your life when you're like, hey, I want to share my gift of making music and spreading encouragement with the people of Brooklyn and hopefully one day the world? How did this happen?
Well, basically, I started rapping when I was like 14 years old, and basically from that age, it was just a dream and passion that, I always had that. I just wanted to do music, because when I was younger, my mother always told me to strive to be something great, so I just took it upon music. To me, it was basically like the fastest way of just coming up, you feel me? And now, right now, my mixtape that's out now. I'm waiting for the last video to be done, edited. It's called I'm On It. And then probably like mid-March or mid-April, my new mixtape called The Takeover is coming out. So, it's been a long way coming though.
That's fantastic. That's great. Tell us a little more. Do you have any musical people that you look up to? Do you have someone who's really, really been influential in getting you to this point in the journey? Any shout outs, any heroes you'd like to give a moment of praise to right now?
Well, in the rap game, I say I only got top three influences. So that would be Birdman, Wiz Khalifa, and Fabulous. So those are the only top three people that I basically look up to in music. But besides that, I basically look up to myself. I'm basically my number one idol, and just striving to be an idol for other people too.
That's fantastic, and that's someone just with the self confidence to say, "Hey, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna make music. I'm gonna do something that brings me joy and pleasure, and work for doing something that I just enjoy doing." That's wonderful, man. That's great. In the journey of entertainment, in the journey of making music, there can be some setbacks and bumps along the road, and that's true in a lot of areas in life. What's been a big setback that you may have experienced? I know you're only 19. You're not necessarily an old dinosaur yet, but what's maybe been a setback you've experienced, and how have you overcome it?
Well, the biggest setback I would probably have to say is basically learning as we go along, basically. Because like I said, I started rapping since I was like 14, started doing shows when I was like 15, 16. And, it's basically like started from the bottom. I always tell people, like, when they look at me now, they be like, oh, you're doing this now, you're doing that now. Everybody likes the music and stuff like that. And I just tell them, like, before it wasn't even like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I've been doing this young. I had my time when, you feel me? Like, nobody ain't even really listening to me like that. Like, I remember the times when I ain't even really even know how to write a song like that. All I knew how to do was just spit like 16 bars or something like that. So, you feel me? So basically, I'll say like the biggest minor step back is just learning as you go along. Just trying not to move too fast or make any mistakes as far as major things and basically as far as like promotion and stuff like that. At the end of the day, like, I always got certain people watching me. So you just gotta watch what you do, watch the mistakes that you make. So I'll just basically say that's the biggest setback, just learning as you go along, and that's it.
That's great, and that's something I think you realize down the road that you're a much better, stronger person for learning from mistakes, and I think you capture that very well, man. We're always curious here as musicians. Musicians always have ways that they can write music and how they're inspired to write rap music, beats, lyrics. What's in your opinion as a musician and a rapper? What's been your inspiration writing and music, lyrics? Or is there no real inspiration? Am I a little off base here? Enlighten myself and you all.
Can you repeat that one more time?
So yeah. Sorry, it was my wife always tells me, Brian, you're a little too wordy. Basically, what I'm looking for is what's your inspiration when you write beats and lyrics? How do you come up with fresh, original, compelling tunes?
Well, I'll just say basically life, just the things that I go through every day, the things that I've been through, the things that I would like to see happen to myself, the things that I would want to accomplish. Because basically, it's a good thing that you asked me that question, because the mixtape that I got out right now, like, sometimes, like, when I listen to the songs now, like, some of the things that I wrote in some of the songs, it didn't even happen yet when I wrote it. And, like, when I look at it now, I kind of look at it like, yo, it's basically like I told my own future. Like, you feel me? Like, I wrote about it, I recorded it as a song, and whatever I wrote about and whatever I sang about, I just made sure I made it happen. So, like, you know what I mean? Nowadays, I'll be sitting there listening, I'll be like, yo, like, I wrote that before it happened, and it really did happen. Like, just for example, like, and one of the songs I have wrote, it wasn't like, it's not originally my song, I did it over somebody else's beat. And I remember one of the lines was, I remember I was hustling on the block, now I got professionals taking my pictures, ain't that a shot? And you feel me, it happened. Like, basically, like, a year later. So I'll just say, like, I mean, that's what basically inspires me. Like, I mean, just what I go through every day. Like, I mean, just girls, money, whatever it is. You feel me? Like, basically, where I like to see myself in the future. Like, I mean, everything that I would like to have, everything that I see myself having, just being on top. I mean, so that's just my inspiration, just everyday life, things that just motivate me, things, people that surround me, stuff like that. So
that's wonderful, and that's something that something we definitely need to, as people of God, and people who look to both inspire and encourage. We need to look at the everyday situations and find grace and find hope in the abnormal moments of life. And one thing, Splashy, one thing I'm interested in is, unfortunately, a lot of urban settings, big cities, violence abounds, and that's something that really, really breaks my heart. And I came from Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh had a lot of violence there, especially in more of the urban settings outside of the suburbs. Does your message, does your career, does your music speak into hopefully solving the violence, or what's been your take on the violence up in Brooklyn, where you're located?
Well, as far as violence is concerned, you know, it's going to be violence everywhere, and there's violence for basically everything that happens, you know. So, but basically where I'm from, you know, violence takes like a big part. But I'll say I don't really like support violence, but I'll say like I don't never believe in like letting nobody like harm any one of my brothers, my friends, or anything like that. So, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, I always try to tell, like, I mean, my people that's in my squad, my team, you know, try to, like, tell them sometimes, like, I mean, like, just stay out of trouble. Feel me? Because we got a bigger goal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, sometimes, like, just like, because I remember one time when I was watching the Biggie movie when it came out, and I remember when, you know, P. Diddy was telling Biggie in the movie, like, you know, like, the industry's about the streets, but the industry is not in the streets. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, when you reach a certain point and you got your eyes set and you understand, like, the world is bigger than the hood. It's more to the world than just the block and stuff like that. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I just try to make everybody see, like, the same vision and stuff like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, I mean, we ain't no punks or nothing like that, but you understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I always try to make us see, like, yo, it's bigger than that. You understand what I'm saying? Not everything is worth it. Not every reaction is worth it. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I always try to tell people, like, at least if you know that you want to do something or put yourself on the line to do something or react it, I always try to tell them, like, just make sure that it's worth it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you don't want to, like, God forbid, like, something happening to you, something happening to one of us, something happening to one of your family, and, I mean, you in jail and then you just miss out on everything. Like, your life just passed you by. You feel me? Because I mean, that's what happens to a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? At the moment, you know, you go by what your reaction is and stuff like that, and then, you feel me? It could be like the next day, tomorrow, a week later, a month later, a year later, And then you really sit there and be like, damn, I regret that. Like, I ain't have to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think what you're saying is, and sometimes we folks who aren't experienced in an urban setting, folks who it's kind of foreign to, we kind of say, hey, we want to ignore this problem. But what you're saying deal with the problem, but make sure that you always protect the ones that you love, and that's a very good message. And I think as a young person like yourself, I think that's a very positive message to send to folks who are younger than you, and folks who are older. I know a lot of people older than you who aren't quite there yet, thinking about violence and the issues that can surround it. Splashy, I'm just curious. This is more of a fun question. How'd you come up with your nickname, man? Was it something? Is it a fun story, or what's going on here? It's a great name. I'm dead serious. It's a fantastic name. How'd you come up with it?
Oh, you talking about my name, Splashy Da God? How I came up with it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, first I'm gonna just start with the nickname Splashy because that's the first name that I got. So, the way how that name came about was just like I remember I think I was in middle school at that time. I think, and like me and my friends, we was just like, yo, everybody has a nickname, so we was just trying to figure out like what was gonna be each other's nickname, and then I don't know, like they were trying to find nicknames for me, and like I remember one of my friends was just like, how about Splashy? And then like I was like, what? And then we all stood there for a minute, we laughed about it, and then we was just like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna just keep that. So that's how basically I got the nickname Splashy, and then I basically added God to the end of it, because my whole thing was when I really decided like, yo, I'm gonna really do this music thing seriously. I was just like, I wanted a name that would have been great. Basically, like, you feel me, like a name that means something great. So I was just like, well, hey, everybody else has Little in their name. Everybody else has whatever they want to put. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to just call myself Splashy Da God. I was just like, ain't nobody higher than God. That's the greatest name ever. So I was just like, all right, I'm going to just call myself Splashy Da God. And after I did that, like, I mean, it also took people a little bit of while to, like, get used to it, because it was just like Splashy Da God. And then now it's just like, everybody just got so used to listening to my music and stuff like that. So some people don't even call me Splashy no more. Like, they see me, they just call me by my own name. They just be like, Splashy Da God. I'll just be like, all right, cool.